you throughout the Sangha. So today's January 13, 2019, and we are so lucky to have Stephanie Know-Steiner facilitating for us. Stephanie told me I could introduce her any way I want. So what I'm going to say is, what a light and joy Stephanie is. She's one of those people who, this is our aspiration. She's somebody who you just want to be near her. You just want to be around her. Her presence is so warm and inviting, and she has so much to offer. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Nomi, for the beautiful introduction. Can you all hear me okay? Okay. I'm so delighted to be here with all of you today and to have the opportunity to lead our practice. And our theme today is renewing ourselves in the new year as Earth Holders. So Happy New Year. It's wonderful to be together practicing in the new year. And let's begin by renewing ourselves with 3 sounds of the bell. I invite you to come back to your breath, come back to your body, and really use these 3 sounds of the bell and a few deep breaths to feel that renewal that our breath can offer us in every moment. Okay, so I see I'm cutting out a little bit. How about now? Still cutting in and out, or it's okay?
That's better.
I think it's okay. It's just a little soft, that's all.
Okay. I will try to sit closer to the mic. You'll get a close-up of my face.
Sounds good. Thanks.
So thank you for letting me know also, and definitely if at any point I'm cutting out or you're having difficulty hearing, just let me know in the chat. So today is our first day practicing together as Earth Holders in the new year. And I was thinking maybe the new year doesn't feel new anymore. We are 2 weeks into the new year almost. And the new year can also seem kind of arbitrary maybe. Like, well, it's just another day in some ways. But it's also an opportunity for us just to reflect on our practice and reflect on our aspirations and to really renew ourselves. So that's why I chose the theme today is renewing ourselves in the new year. It's also a wonderful time for us to get in touch with our aspirations and our commitments, both as practitioners and as Earth Holders. So I'm going to do a little sharing around this theme, and then we'll do a guided meditation together, and then we'll practice Dharma sharing and have the chance to renew ourselves through Dharma sharing. Today in North Carolina, which is where I'm calling in from, we're having the opportunity to be renewed through the rain, which is a wonderful thing to be in touch with this morning. And I know some parts of the country are getting a lot of snow today. But regardless of what your weather is like, there are always wonderful opportunities within us and around us to be renewed by Mother Earth. No matter the exterior weather, Mother Earth is always here to help us renew ourselves. That's something we can all be in touch with today as we practice together. I was inspired to review, to go back and revisit some of Thai's old Dharma talks. He would always give a Dharma talk in the new year. And I was watching the 2013 Dharma talk, and he offers the questions when reflecting on the year that passed. Have I learned to produce a feeling of joy and happiness each day? And have I been able to take care of painful feelings and emotions each day? And I found these questions to be so refreshing and a wonderful way to take stock of our year and reflect on the year that passed. A lot of times we can think about, well, what did I do? And, oh, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. And I tried to live up to these aspirations, and maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. But the reflection of, did I produce feelings of joy and happiness, and did I take care of painful feelings, felt like a very a wonderful way to take stock of the year that passed. So that's one thing that we can reflect on in our practice in the new year. And another thing that I talked about in that particular Dharma talk was that in order for the new year to be new, you have to renew yourself. And if we don't renew ourselves, the new year will be just like the old year, and it won't be new or fresh at all. And so it's really the practice of renewing ourselves that helps to make the new year new. So I offer that as our theme to practice together, to renew ourselves in the new year, and to take refuge in our practice and in the Sangha, which we have the wonderful opportunity to do together as the Earth Holder Sangha, and to take refuge in Mother Earth. There are so many ways through our practice that we can renew ourselves. Mother Earth is our home, and she always offers this power to nourish us and heal us. So it's one way that we can be in touch with renewing ourselves. And our practice also teaches us that we can renew ourselves with each mindful breath. So we don't have to wait for the new year or the Lunar New Year or our birthday or any other occasion to renew ourselves. It's something that we can do again and again, coming back to each moment and each fresh breath. This year, as I was reflecting on my own aspirations and thinking about the new year and what I wanted to aspire to or commit to, I found myself confronting a little frustration. And I was thinking to myself, well, what's wrong with my life right now that I have to change anything? Why do I feel this need that I need to change something? And this reminds me of the mindfulness training on true happiness, or on dwelling happily in the present moment, depending on whether you're looking at the 5 or the 14 mindfulness trainings. But this mindfulness training reminds us that we already have the conditions to be happy in this moment. So I find that with aspirations, it's important to have that training in mind as well, that we don't need to wait for these aspirations to be fully realized in order to be happy, that we have the conditions to be happy right now. And I'll just read that line from the trainings for you. It's one of my most favorite lines of all the mindfulness trainings. I am aware that happiness depends on my mental attitude and not on external conditions, and that I can live happily in the present moment simply by remembering that I already have more than enough conditions to be happy. It's such a beautiful line and such a beautiful practice. I think if we all only practice that line for the rest of our lives, it would be enough. So as we reflect on aspirations for the new year, I invite you to also keep that mindfulness training in mind, that we have the conditions for happiness right here with us. And that said, the new year is also an opportunity to renew and refresh our commitment as practitioners and earth holders. And I find when I've been reflecting on this myself, it's really just a feeling in my heart of, yes, this is my practice, and yes, this is the path that I am committed to. And there's something very freeing about reminding myself and refreshing that commitment. Another Dharma talk that I was inspired by, that I watched this week, was Brother Phap Young's Dharma talk from Plum Village just this past New Year that he gave on December 31st. And if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend it. It's very Earth Holder centered, or there's a lot of earth holding themes within the Dharma talk, and he speaks to that a lot. And he speaks to the theme of commitment, and the new year being an opportunity for us to renew our commitments and our dedication. And one of the important things that he talks about, or what I felt was important, is that the commitment does not need to be large. Sometimes, particularly with the things that are happening in the outside world and climate change and the news, it can feel like so much and that we can't do a lot. And his talk was a reminder to really come back to the small commitments that we can make that really do add up and make a difference. And it is both and. Of course, we need to look at the bigger structures and systems that we are a part of, and we also have the opportunity in our daily lives to make small steps and small commitments that can make a difference as well. And I wanted to read a little excerpt from the Plum Village holiday letter to you. The Plum Village holiday letter was also very Earth Holder oriented and had many Earth Holder themes in it. And there's a little section that I'd like to share before we go into our guided meditation for today. We know that our planet is facing great challenges in terms of environmental destruction, climate change, and species extinction. Our human family is experiencing profound political instability, social turmoil, continued violence, and displacement. When we reflect on the past year as practitioners, we are asking ourselves, what can we do to help? What's the best we can contribute as individuals and as mindful communities to the collective awakening? Where can we find a true refuge for ourselves and for others? Thai's words of guidance are clear. To take refuge, first of all, is to take refuge in the island of ourselves and then in the island of a Sangha. These islands are communities of resistance. Resistance does not mean to oppose others. It means to protect ourselves, like staying inside the house to protect ourselves from the weather. We resist being destroyed by society's pollution, noise, unhappiness, harsh words, and negative behavior. If we do not know how to take care of ourselves, we may get wounded and be unable to help others. If we join with others to build a Sangha that can nourish and protect us and resist society's destructiveness, we will be able to return home. Many years ago, I suggested that peace activists in the West establish communities of resistance. A true Sangha is always therapeutic. To return to our own body and mind is already to return to our roots, to our true home, to our true person. With the support of a Sangha, we can do it. So how lucky are we that today we have the support of the Sangha and each other, and we can really come back to ourselves with the support of the Sangha and renew and nourish ourselves. So with those words, I'd invite you to get comfortable for our guided meditation. You can sit comfortably and come back to your breath and your body. Find a comfortable and stable posture. Breathing in, I renew myself with each mindful in-breath. Breathing out, I renew myself with each mindful out-breath. In, out. Breathing in, I renew my whole body with each inhale. Breathing out, I let go. Renewing my whole body, letting go. Breathing in, I come back to the island within myself. Breathing out, I take refuge. Island within myself, taking refuge. Breathing in, I am aware of Mother Earth supporting me. Breathing out, I take refuge in Mother Earth. Mother Earth supporting me, taking refuge in Mother Earth. Breathing in, I feel the support of the Sangha. Breathing out, I take refuge in the Sangha. Aware of Sangha, taking refuge. Breathing in, I get in touch with my aspirations. Breathing out, I smile. Touching aspirations, smiling. Breathing in, I am aware of conditions for happiness in the present moment. Breathing out, I feel fresh. Present moment, fresh. Thank you, dear friends, for your beautiful practice. I feel fresh, and I hope you were able to touch some seeds of freshness too in our meditation. Now is the time that we will have the opportunity to renew.
Me bowing out.
Stephanie bowing in. Nomi, I share your feeling of happiness, and I feel so refreshed and renewed by practicing with you all today. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for being here today and for your practice and for giving me the opportunity to share with the community. I'm smiling so much my cheeks are hurting. So we will go ahead and share the merit. We want to share the beautiful fruits and joy and happiness with others. So we'll share the merit and listen to 3 sounds of the bell. May the fruits of our practice benefit all beings everywhere.